Harder Brunch presents Back to Adult Summer Camp.
Sponsored by Upland Brewing and Culinary Crossroads.
August 23rd through the 25th.
We have comedian headliners Kelly Collette and Dwight Simmons.
We got musical acts Draco, Sirius Black, Philosophy of Music, and Tuesday Atlas.
Activities like archery, canoeing, campfire, swimming, crafts. Don't forget to get your tickets at eventbrite.com.
Harder Brunch. Nope, we're not going to say that together, but it's Harder Brunch.
I'm eating brunch with my people though. The homie Dyke just cooked up a feast and we bout to eat it, bro. Fucked around and has to mix the lobster with the poutine. Daddy is rolling blue dream, them boys got down a routine. It's Naptown culture, cooking 7 courses. Had to pass the torch and now I'm grabbing second portion. So sit back, relax, grab a drink and a smoke. It's Harder Brunch on the way and get prepared for the jokes. Whoa.
Hi, and welcome to the Harder Brunch Podcast. Woo! I'm your host, Dyke Michaels. With me, as always, my co-host, Thaddaeus Mckee.
Slappy Pappy, you had to read my name? Oh, shit. All right. Slappy Pappy, Wayne.
On the ones and twos, the wheels of steel, the sauce boss of Indianapolis, and the last broke dragon. Give it up for Zach Rohn, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, shit.
Oh.
There it is. Hey, Zach, why don't you tell the people at home how they can support us?
Oh, well, that's a great question. If you'd like to support things like the Harder Brunch Podcast or any of the fantastic things we do around town, simply join us on Patreon. That's Patreon.com/Harder Brunch for $3 every month.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we need the money. Seriously.
You, I'm talking to you that's listening.
Have you heard that? We really need money.
$3 hairs. And a very special returning champion with us. It's been a hot minute. Entrepreneur Michael Gomez. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much. Good to see you guys. Great food today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now I say entrepreneur because you've been classically associated with your restaurant, Gomez Barbecue. But like the mighty Phoenix, you have transcended barbecue and flown into the cosmos. And now you are doing so many things. Where are you at right now? What are all the things are you doing?
Right now, we're at the Carmel Farmers Market every Saturday. So we rock out breakfast sandwiches and barbecue to take home, things like that.
So hot food there and or take home.
Package food.
Nice.
We do a bunch of events now. A lot of cool catering are popping up. We're doing, we work with Hotel Tango. So we're going to be doing one of the race car teams this Saturday at Hotel Tango. And we'll be at the track this weekend. Friday for Carb Day, and then Sunday for the Indy 500, working with Tehran with the Bull at the Amp.
Nice.
So you're going to be at the track.
Yeah.
That's going to be so much fun. Are you a big racer guy?
Yeah. I work with a Ferrari race car team. They're called Conquest Racing, based here out of Indy. We just did a trip to Austin where we catered for the team. And
What?
Oh yeah, it was a great time. I conned my brother into helping me, and he was like, "I don't know how you do this. This is insane," because he kept taking like so many breaks, and I was like, "There's no breaks. You got to keep going." So yeah,
Man,
it was we fed 150 people for breakfast. We did 50, and for lunch we did 100 plus people.
that's
every
crazy.
day. So yeah,
You were really like a wedding cake. You know what I mean? Like there's so many layers with you. You see what I'm saying? Like
a tiered one?
Yeah, I can't box you into one thing. And like how talented you are, it doesn't come across until I find out your credentials.
But wedding cakes are only one thing.
People are going to look at you and not think you're talented at all.
thank you so much.
But if you look hard.
I was trying to say he's humble.
Yeah, so like I'm a base white cake until you cut into
You
it.
cut into it like, oh, there's a lot more going on. Yes, thank you.
Wait. Wedding cakes are the least humble cake. And they're only one thing. They're only wedding cakes. They don't do anything else.
Then I stand corrected.
I feel like that's the worst analogy.
Well, okay.
I like cake. I mean, like cake's great.
He likes cake.
But, yeah.
That's why I went with it.
What are other things you can cut into when there's a surprise?
Oh, children.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right.
We're not even 5 minutes in.
That was dark. You don't
And also,
do
it's
that.
not a surprise. I'm sure it's 100%. It's going to be what you expect.
It's always the same thing.
Yeah, it's never cake.
It's always the same thing.
It's always
Never
more blood.
cake.
Oh, I thought it was gold. That's where I had the gold. Anyways, there's a lot about you that people don't know, and I'm not saying like because like when I hung out with you, I've hung out with you for a year, and I thought you just did like one thing, and like, but then I was like, wait, he could do so much more.
Yeah, like that's it. Well, we kind of like lost ourselves just doing barbecue for a while.
Yeah.
And we kind of moved into doing lots of other things. Like I had a meeting just the other day with a wedding that's happening in 2025, which I didn't realize. I thought it was this October. And I was like, oh, so we've got a few months. She goes, and a year. And I was like, oh, so we're planning. And I just told them, tell me what you're dreaming about. What do you want? And they texted me, we want Chinese food. And I was like, okay, let me think about something we can do for you. We do the barbecue ramen, and things like that. So we're gonna come up with some fun things. They want to do like stations, so we'll figure out maybe I could do a ramen station, like mini ramens, or something like that. We'll see what they say. But
I mean, honestly, the people right now in this room, if I was going to have a wedding, this is who I'd want to do my food. You know,
thanks.
you, Zach, Gwen. Those are the people that I would.
Anybody else?
Are you thinking yourself?
Anybody else on that list? I don't know.
I was hoping that you could, you know.
You're the grill.
You're going to be engaged.
I'm not
He doesn't want you to work on your wedding day.
I'm not a jerk.
So, you had a party. You threw a party for your sister about 6 months ago for her birthday, and I feel like you did like a test run, kind of a lot of this new business stuff, and it was amazing. Like he had an outdoor seafood bar. Yeah,
the raw bar. We did a full on raw bar. We have an ice table and did a tier of oysters. We did crawfish, pretty much for garnish, but people were eating those up. And then we did a crudo. And a like St. Elmo-esque shrimp cocktail because she loves St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail out of like ice sculptures.
That's insane.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we took a bottle of Russian vodka and froze a block around it so that you can do frozen vodka shots.
What?
And, oh yeah,
like a waterfall into the cup?
No, it's like so like if you took the bottle of vodka and it'd be a big cylinder of ice.
Okay.
The bottle's frozen inside of it. And then you wrap it with a napkin, like a cloth napkin, and then you can just pick up the whole ice block. And the vodka is so cold, it's like nothing. It's dangerous, but it's good stuff.
But he basically like transformed his backyard area into like it felt like you were at like some cool VIP party, like some cool like oh my gosh, this would be I don't make enough money to be invited to a party like that.
Well, that's what I was shooting for, and I was hoping to get some. We got some good shots for it. I don't want you coming to my party. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make sure that you can work, but you can't play. But no, that's the vibe I was shooting for that, and I want to replicate that. We're discussing a party, hopefully in September, that's going to be kind of like that. It's kind of one of those big deals that. We have to rent tents, we'd have to rent tables, and it's a lot that goes into it. We transformed the whole backyard. It took 3 days to make the backyard look like that.
Yeah.
And it has to stay.
You had heaters, and because it was cold out, so it was in the middle of winter. Right?
Yeah, and the gas ran out. So I had to go get more gas and then reignite the heaters and figure out how to do that, which was, the guy was really easy to say, this is simple. And then he gave me the wrench, and the wrench was like half broken. And I was just like, this seems very... And then we figured it out. I had a group of guys back there with our flashlights going, okay. And it dropped degrees, like, so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
When that heater went out, it was like shivers.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, and everybody was going... We had too many people to be inside because the house isn't huge by any means. But we had a good amount of people in that. it was like 50 people at one point, 60 people I think showed up, and then like it was like kind of open house style, so people left and came in.
It was really cool, and like and then there was like music and karaoke and stuff at the end. I was bartending it, and it was a lot of fun. But it did really show, like, outside obviously of you having this culinary background to cook all this food, you also have like the events background to be able to be like, okay, how do we do an outdoor party in the wintertime? How do we do so, like, for as far as like catering and stuff, if you're thinking about hiring Michael Gomez for your wedding or your special event, it's not just the food that he can do, but he can also make it special to whatever the celebration you're having is.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah, what's the theme this year?
For Amanda's party? I don't know. I don't think we're throwing Amanda another party like that.
She doesn't get any more parties like that.
I told
it
her
wasn't for her ever, was it?
It was more for me than anybody
that
else.
Makes sense. That's a real brother move.
Yeah, it was,
yeah.
The whole time she was like, "This is my brother's party." And I was just like, "I would never have done this if it wasn't your birthday." Like,
it was a big birthday, right?
Yeah, it was her 40th birthday,
Yeah.
and like she got her what is it? Is her doctorate NDP, nurse doctor practitioner MBPTD. You should know. What it was? DNP. There we go.
She took DMT.
Yeah, she took DMT. No, she's not. She's not doing that.
She was in DP porn.
So she got her doctorate too this year. So it's a lot of celebrations were happening.
That's awesome. I wish I was invited to that. And here's the thing: if you need any adult entertainment for next year,
yeah, you just got to find a job to do. Like you could. Be
I do adult entertainment, so like you could hire me to tell jokes.
Oh, okay. To tell jokes.
Adult based humor.
Adult jokes. What would be an example?
Things
One of those
that people under 18 want to be able to relate with.
Let's
hear it.
Yeah, what's an example of one?
This is your interview.
One of your classical
Come on, sell
adult
me.
jokes.
Let's sell it.
All right. There's going to be a lot of races involved. You know what? I want
You
to
got
save
the right
it.
crowd then. You got the right.
No, I want to save it just for you, for her. Oh, you guys wanted me to try adult joke live? I don't want to ruin the show. This is a family-friendly show.
Whose family?
Anyways,
yeah, so that's really exciting. I had something similar a few years ago. I got hired on to be not hired on. I was doing the application process for I forget who John Force Racing out in Brownsburg. They're like, I don't know, drag cars or something like that. They're like the long cars or whatever. But he builds them for like the entire league. It would be like, I don't know, if like LeBron made everyone's shoes, you know, that everybody wore, but he just has like this air.
That would be crazy.
Like LeBron
how many shoes do you think he's very good at it? How many shoes do you think he could make in a day?
Well, like
LeBron the cobbler.
he's not cobbling shoes late at night.
But this guy's making the cars, though, right?
I mean, I guess it is kind of like everyone wears Jordans. People wear Jordans.
But Jordan individually stayed up at night making those shoes.
It's not the point that I'm making. He had a big warehouse that it was like football fields long. It was like you just keep walking, and they would fabricate cars and do all this stuff. But then they also had the racing team that went around to all the different circuits, and they had a special trailer that was just the kitchen trailer. And they needed someone to basically be the full-time chef to cook the whole road crew, and it was basically what you were doing, except that this would be the full-time job. Like you would do, and they run almost all year. And I got down, it was between like me and another applicant, and they were like, you know, sometimes you're going to be on ESPN2 cutting promos and stuff. You know, people might come talk to you.
The Ocho.
And the Ocho. And I had this whole like idea, but then it was like I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was still in culinary school, and I was like, this will definitely break up my relationship if I'm just like gone 90% of the time. But I sometimes I think about that other life.
Yeah.
On the road.
I wish we could see like who's gonna last in our relationships and who's not. because like we would waste so much time. Like you could have had an awesome opportunity.
Oh, if you just like you both pee in a stick or something, it's like, oh, we're gonna break up in 6 months.
We don't match.
Didn't they just do a show like that where they matched people up
By peeing on the stick?
Well, no, genetically they did it. It was like a more like Gattaca test or something. It just came out not too long ago where they matched you up. You're perfectly matched. You guys are supposed to.
Is
be
it sci-fi or real?
It's not real.
Oh.
It's a movie.
Oh, it's
but
a movie.
but it or a show or something, and then she immediately falls for some other. It's like
there's some real stuff like that I'm very fascinated in. Like if you do the smell test, this is real. I'm not making this up.
There's pheromones, right?
Where you do the pheromones, like you mail in you wear it like for a week.
Yeah.
You mail it in for a week, and then you give them the shirt, and you go through all these samples, and you sniff them, and whatever you're kind of attracted to or whatever makes you tingle, you go with that shirt, and then you go on a date. And if your pheromones are attracted in that way, because deodorant right now covers up a lot of the pheromones that we make or we self-produce.
That's wild.
Yeah, so they would go on dates, and it's supposed to work. I would like to try it.
I'd like to see you try it. I'd like to see
You'd
that.
like to
video.
see
You'd like to watch?
I'd like to watch. I'd like to watch this whole relationship, and you guys should make it a part of the show. Where it's
Is it only
it's
the
like a
women
dating
smelling
show.
the men, or is it the men smelling the women too?
But it's both. It's both.
So she gets you as well as you get her, and you're in a sample pack, and then like
Yeah.
you guys, if you guys match,
You're you're meant to
If you
be
each-
pheromonally.
match.
And a lot of people don't pheromonally match. They do it with their eyes, which are the biggest liars.
The eyes are the biggest liars.
I would love if all the matches were like totally in proportion. Everyone like it's like some like a lady CEO of a company and like a bus boy.
Oh, that was classist, but yes.
Yeah,
She
no.
just likes chilies.
That is the craziest dating app system. Not app, but whatever system.
But that's how cavemen did it. You know,
well, they
if
also
were blind.
club someone.
They didn't
with a
mail
stick.
shit.
They didn't mail anything, but they had to use their scent. Like if you're in a cave and you can't see anything, you have to smell.
Wait, do you think cavemen never left the cave? Like
Why would they be called cavemen if
they just lived there. That was their house. They went outside.
Right, but is it dark? Do they have lights?
Eventually,
You build a fire.
yeah, they built a fire.
Before
also
the
have the
lights,
sun.
before the lights, they use their
There's
nose.
the sun outside. So, yeah, I don't. Well, yeah. So they just smelled the.
I mean, there's
ladies.
cave paintings, so they were drawing in there.
I mean, it's finger paintings. You're using
These are finger
other
paintings.
senses. You guys need to read your history. I'm not the dumb one here.
Send me that, please. Not the cave stuff. The
I don't want you to fall in love with me.
I'm not falling in
I'm
love
gonna
with
send
you.
you a
Not
shirt.
yet.
You
Yeah,
know,
How
send me your
many-
shirt? Let me smell you, and we'll see if we work out.
How many bad smells do you think you have to go through?
Oh, so many.
You like, if you really match with, there have to be ones that are like the exact opposite, right? Like,
I mean, I feel like that's the thing about smell is like most of them aren't going to be, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
There's
be a
going
lot
to
of
be one
ugh.
person who's like smell you like, and
So
then
you're just like turd. This one's pretty good.
Actually, I kind of like. Why do I keep smelling this?
Keep smelling the turd.
Right, because they're like, it could be some more extra testosterone, and they're like, seriously, like, so some
You think
women
people
might
are
like a
juicing
lot
it?
of that.
They're juicing it. You think they're?
I don't know if you cheat. That's a bad thing to do if you're cheating. In
Well,
your smell
yeah,
test.
but everybody cheats. I mean, you said the eyes cheat, like or lie.
lie.
Yeah,
they
they
don't
lie.
cheat. They have
don't
some
cheat.
sense of decorum. They're not
This
bastards.
weirdly reminds me of something I saw. Like Japan was like selling girls' underwear in like vending machines,
Yeah.
like things like that. Like in a little egg, they're used for guys to sniff.
How many did you buy?
Oh, so many.
they're so small.
I've never been.
That's a bad man's laugh.
Yeah, it got really deep.
That's the evil in me.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, oh yeah, I get it.
The lights started flickering. It's like, did we pay the power bill, or is he just evil? He's just straight up evil.
Oh yes, panting machines.
I've never been to Japan before. Just want to say,
You didn't say no to panting machines though.
the shipping. really get you.
I don't know. What if you have a bad sense of smell?
And then
I mean, you probably wouldn't go for that
I would
service.
say
You probably do the allergy prick test then. Just like
What'd you call me?
allergy prick.
I just started watching the documentary about Ashley Madison. And like, I don't know if some of these things need a full series, but it was just like, it was interesting because it was like, man, you think about that now as a thing, but like in the 90s, it was just like, yeah, you should have an affair. like they were just like really pushing for rich people to have affairs.
Wait. Who is they?
Ashley Madison was the name of the company.
The shoe company?
no, it's
Or the clothing
I
company?
want to cheat on my significant other company. Like
There's a company made for that?
There's a lot of them.
exist
It
anymore?
was a dating app for people that were interested in having but that you had to be married.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
You had to post your marriage license and social security number, and then you could be part of it.
But if you weren't married, you couldn't jump in to be a cucker.
I don't know about those. I'm pretty sure you had to be married. It wasn't a swinging thing. This was specifically for you
but
two.
cucking's not swinging. It's just hurting another guy's feelings.
Well,
I mean,
They can't argue with the truth. I mean,
am I right? Is that
fucking broken, man.
That was just a great. All right, go on. I don't have anything.
cucking's not funny?
but
It's not a joke.
A lot of marriages have been ruined by it.
no, this was it was a dating site for people that wanted to commit adultery, and they were really and it like started off during like the .com boom, and it was just like kind of going along there for a while, but then they started sending because nobody would do ads for it because they were just like nobody wanted to support. But so they just started sending like the guy who owned the company out to do like TV interviews, like he was on The View. They were showing clips or whatever, and it was like him and his wife. He got his wife to go with him, and they were both selling it. They were just like, no, like our marriage is fine, but like some people should cheat on each other. Like it was wild.
That's terrible. I don't like it.
And then they had a huge, like at the height of their popularity, they had a huge like cyber attack, and all these people's personal like information got leaked.
Yeah, of course.
The list came out. Like,
Well, and
it was like
their whole thing was like we're super protected. We're this. They had like all this stuff, and then they like cut to the people that run it. They were like, we didn't have any cybersecurity in place. Whatever. It's like it was just right there for the taking.
Yeah.
I knew someone where that list came out, and then they found the name, and then it just ruined everything.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Wait, they got like they were on the list, or they were
like,
being like ran
They were-
around on.
They were a member. The person was a member, and then their significant other found out through reading the list that he was on the list, and then that's as far as I'll say. The information.
Well, she was on. Well, here's the thing. She was
Let's
on it
dox
too.
them right now. Bring it all back.
Yeah,
Because she was on it too. If you guys both sign
no,
up, to cheat on each
only
other-
one person was on the list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There had to be
it
somebody who
wasn't
like,
people that
Yeah.
like agreed
Yeah.
that their marriage was in a bad place, and we're like, hey, let's give this a try.
If there was a double agreement to get on the list,
Yeah.
then the list wouldn't have.
we're
mattered.
back to a cucking situation.
Yeah.
Right. But if one person is in agreement to cheat in a marriage, the other person is probably 50% more in that situation too, thinking about cheating. You know, and so those two people.
I don't know if that-
it is plausible.
Did you get your math
if
from?
it is plausible that two of them could have signed up, expecting to cheat on each other, and then
sure,
you have
sure.
a she's
Absolutely.
got mail situation,
Yeah.
which would be a beautiful movie.
She's got male cheating edition.
Yeah.
Ashley Madison edition.
Yeah, Ashley Madison
She's got
edition.
mail.
That's how they rekindle their.
Yeah.
They actually get
they're
paired
just
up
typing to each other
and
like, wow,
realize
we
that
gotta-
they're both miserable.
Do you think
Or
they're
do they
still
realize they're both
using
in love
AOL
with each
though?
other?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they still have their AOL. Are we talking about just a sequel to the Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks? Is that what we're talking about?
It could be.
kind of, but with
Prequel,
Ashley
maybe.
Madison.
Pre.
Prequel, yeah.
I thought it was you've got mail and AOL.
Oh, you. The AIM. Do you guys remember your AIM?
Yeah, true to the leaf.
Really?
Yeah, it was TRU to DALEAF for the Adidas leaf.
That is the worst
Did you have an
part
AIM?
of it. That
I
is,
think I did at one point. It was like cousins of Hotmail, right?
Sure.
what?
Yeah.
There was
I kind of
Gmail,
see that.
there was
yeah.
Hotmail.
Well, Gmail didn't exist yet. It was Yahoo.
I feel like if
it was AIM.
if you knew AIM, you knew, like that was a
That's-
whole thing.
yeah,
like that was how
AIM was kind of a precursor to social media.
it was
wasn't
AOL Instant
yeah, like
Messenger.
the chat
Yeah.
rooms and stuff like that.
It was
Yes.
AOL, and then there was Hotmail.
Then it was Hotmail,
and then there was Yahoo.
I remember
and
my-
then eventually Gmail came and just nuked them all. Like
I remember my friend figured out like this like algorithm or whatever way to like he would type he realized if he typed keywords in like that he could specifically he was trying to like hook up with random people like in his area, and so he would like type in like Indianapolis West Side 420 party sex and then anyone that had those words, and it would cut down, and then who's online, it would cut down to 3 people, and then he would just like cold call them, be like, hey, what's going on? And then multiple times went and hooked up from that. One time he called, I'm not gonna say names, but he called and borrowed I had a van, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna go meet this gal, can I borrow your van? And I was like, sure. And then he went to Denny's. They went in, they met at Denny's, they had a moons over my hammy, and then they went into the van and had sex
had another.
afterwards. I didn't know you could search AI back then. I just thought if you knew your friends, you can connect. I didn't know you could search.
There was like an
within
advanced,
that.
yeah, an
That's
advanced,
so weird.
yeah,
That's really smart.
yeah. It worked more than once, which. But then also, like, there was no photos involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going in blind. Both of you are going in
That's
blind.
why you go to the Denny's.
Yeah,
24 hours and safe.
yeah. You
not
go
like
in,
Waffle House.
and I think after you watch someone eat a waffle, you really know if you want to have sex with them
Time
afterwards.
out. Time out. I eat a lot of waffles. I need to know how I'm supposed to eat it.
I mean,
Butter.
How many
butter,
times have you been fucked afterward?
0, and that's why I'm asking.
yeah, you can just
You
start
take-
with the opposite.
Waffle, butter, waffle on top, whatever fruit fillings you want, syrup, sandwich.
See, no, you got hands all over it right
Yeah,
there.
you're
Yeah.
sticky fingering it.
Yeah, you got to start with the fork. You got to start.
Yeah,
you know.
you gotta fork it.
yeah.
Yep, fork and knife.
I like a nice Belgian crunchy waffles with all the nooks and crannies to like,
Yes.
get all the stuff.
What do you put on your waffle? I
like butter, maple syrup, like warm maple syrup. If you don't have warm maple syrup,
It has to be warm?
Oh, I love.
How
warm
much
maple-
butter?
Oh, like just a little, not
No,
too.
I like lots of
Lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
I like melting it with the maple syrup.
Yeah.
So then it becomes more
like a
with less.
emulsion kind of.
Yeah.
Any Heath? Do you like a little Heath on your?
Like
Heath?
like the Heath
Like the
bar?
candy
like
bar?
The candy?
Not the candy bar, but there's actual Heath.
Like just the crumble crunchy
yeah.
things. I don't
Yeah.
like things getting stuck in my teeth. Like so. But
So-
I
so
do,
you
I,
just,
I do
throw
love the
handfuls
flavor.
of candy
I
on
love
there?
the flavor. Of
What kind of
Heath,
candy do you
but-
like on your breakfast?
Sorry, I skipped that. I should have gone fruit then candy. I should have built up. I
You ever
wish.
just crumble some Reese's cups on
Just
there?
like some
Actually,
Twix,
you know,
maybe
if
like
you-
some
if
Twix
you-
in
if
there.
someone came by with a spoon and like the Parmesan cheese guy, but they came with Reese crumbles and be like, "Would you like some Reese crumbles on your breakfast?" Your sweet
Everyone
little-"
would say yes.
No one's
Yeah.
gonna say no.
Yeah.
That would be like,
Have you
That's
ever
not-
have you ever bought the half gallon of Reese's peanut butter sauce at Depot?
no.
You
But
have-
I
have you
bought,
seen it?
I bought the like 3-pound bag of crumbled Oreos from Depot once, and I only needed a cup.
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
wild. We'll come back to that.
That's a lot. The reason why I wanted to know, because you make a lot of food, you're very creative. One of my favorite things to do is to talk to you about different foods that we can make. And so the fact that you're completely uncreative with waffles kind of turns me off.
I just. Well, do you use warm maple syrup?
I don't ever.
Yeah,
I don't.
you don't even
get it
need-
warmed. My dad would never let me have his maple syrup. There was
Your dad had special maple syrup just
he
for
had
him?
special syrup for himself, and then I would get the like Mrs. Buttersworth or
She was all right, but you
Jemima.
could put her in the microwave and you nuke her a little bit.
yeah, I would mess around with warming
Yeah,
it
and her
up. but
top
it's not
disappears,
maple.
and
Yeah.
that's when you know it's hot.
Just
Yeah,
like
it starts
the Rocky Mountains on the Coors Light, but it's
Opposite.
Titties.
Titties.
Wait, titties.
Yeah, no, the dress disappeared.
Oh, I like that.
And Aunt Jemima, like when you heat it up, her chains disappear. And
Oh,
she gets a your freedom.
It finally got warmed up.
Free at last.
2 years ago,
they finally. Yeah.
to Pearl Milling.
Yeah.
The waffles with those pearl sugar like bursts. They have those little pearl sugars inside Belgian waffles.
Yeah.
And there's just like pop. Those are great.
Well, that's what I think. I think it's like what actually makes a Belgian waffle is supposed to be made with that sugar, right?
Is that what makes it a Belgian
I
waffle?
believe so. Nobody fact checked that.
Look at you, waffle history.
Now, as soon as you walked in this morning, Gomez, I had put a cup of piping hot Tinker coffee in your hand.
Oh yeah.
And as you know, you can have this Tinker coffee delivered straight to your door. Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
A coffee subscription, and if you use promo code BRUNCH, guess what? You can have 25% off your first order.
Ooh, that's nice.
So will they deliver it to you?
Yeah, or you, or Zach, or whoever.
I like that there were no superlatives in there. You didn't like say something good about it. You just said a fact about it. Like, I handed Gomez some coffee. 25% off to you. Promo code brunch.
It's my new ad campaign where
It fits in cups.
It's just the facts. Just the facts.
Just get hot water and pour it
Hey,
over.
the coffee was technically hot when I served it.
I think one of my favorite advertisements was like a Hidden Valley like ranch, and it said on the neck of the bottle "still 16 ounces" with an exclamation point. It seemed like the weirdest thing to be proud of.
Do you guys like Ken's salad dressing? Yeah. So Ken's is pretty good. But this is my thing with Ken's. They have a steakhouse Italian vinaigrette salad dressing that they do not release outside of Massachusetts.
Oh,
and
wow.
And it is the best thing they make.
Can you clone it? Can you make a
You
closed
can get
copy?
it mailed to you, or
Okay.
I could get my uncle to send me some. But I don't know. You just said that, and my first thought was, God, Ken's just does not ship that stuff to the. I go to
Anyone's uncle mailing them salad dressing sounds like the most illegal thing ever.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to fix some family issues. Like, go visit him.
it's all right.
Not you personally.
That still seems like a bad idea.
Seems like a long trip.
I just don't like.
I'll spend 32 cents on the stamp. Thank you.
Right. I just don't like the idea of America turning out salad dressing mules. That seems like a low life.
It's great. Like
Yeah, two of those
you get an
balloons pop
Italian
inside
sub.
of you. You're all vinegaried up.
You put
Pucker
Italian
from the
sub,
inside.
like salami, all that stuff, and the onions and the shredded lettuce. You pour some of that on there, and some like my grandma used to make these giant subs, and that was her secret ingredient. And I wanted to make it here one year, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna make grandma's like Italian sub sandwich," and you couldn't find it. And I tried to recreate it, and they do something else.
Now, do they do that just for the scarcity of it, just to make it like?
It is the distance from the steakhouse where it started. So it started at a steakhouse, Ken's Steakhouse, and then that was their flagship salad dressing, and then it turned into everything.
I just love to be a cop. Be like, is that Ken's boy? I smell Ken's dressing. Get out the car.
You smell like steak and salad.
This is a dry salad county.
I know me some Ken's.
Ranch or blue cheese only.
He's like, I swear it's Hidden Valley. Shut the fuck up, boy.
Just peels the sticker off.
We didn't need to cuss.
Let's take a quick commercial break. A quick Tinker coffee break, and we're gonna clean Thad's mouth out with soap.
Yeah, I didn't need to cuss.
I cussed.
This week on the After Brunch Podcast.
Like I said, all you need is like one or two things to kind of blow up, and then you kind of find your lane about what you kind of want to do. But
It is true.
I feel like that's just the best way to go about it, especially now, because I mean, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because people aren't going to trust AI to build their house
No.
for a while. Wait, I think I missed what we're talking about.
We've been talking about comedians like posting clips and like posting like all their like jokes.
Was
and
this a
clips
pastry
and
boy
shit.
situation?
Join us at patreon.com/Harder Brunch.
Get up in there.
Get up off of that thing.
I'm going to start doing ASMR, guys.
That sounds good when you talk that low. Wow.
That goes all the way in, like to the
That
back
hit my
of your,
neck.
Yeah, it hit my
I
neck
always,
too. That was
I always
horrible.
get ASMR and mukbang, and what's
What's mukbang?
and cuckolding.
No,
and
mukbangs like
Is that like a werewolf?
It's like bukkake but with mud.
mukbangs like where you eat on
stream.
Yeah, on stream.
yeah.
But there's ones where people just want to hear that like food chewing sound, and that grosses me out.
Come
Yeah.
on.
And then there's just the the creepy whisper
Nipples
talk.
are hard.
Let's start this whole thing.
No. This is the best start.
This is the pheromones talking. It's just
I just don't like.
All right, well, let's switch up. Let's talk about it's time for our Smoking Goose brunch breakdown. That was great. That's actually I liked it. Smoking Goose, located at 407 Dormant Street. For all of your smoked meats, or not smoked meats, charcuterie boards, cured meats is what I was looking for. I saw this thing online where I don't know how many people are doing it, but it's prom season, so they were making like intricate like charcuterie corsages that had like roses made out of like salami and stuff like that
to eat at the dance.
You would present it to your date, I guess, and she'd wear it and then probably just like eat it at some point later on. I thought it was awesome.
The corsage though.
Oh yeah, maybe save it. But
So it becomes a jerky corsage later.
I feel like you have to have a really good relationship with your date to show up doing that and be like.
I like how this started as like, this is a cool idea. Actually, you might look like a serial killer if you give a meat flour.
Yeah,
to your date.
I'm gonna dress you up in charcuterie.
Real Harry and the Hendersons.
Smoking Goose band. Earlier this week, I went on. I guess you went on a bit of a wild goose chase.
Oh yeah, for the what was it called?
It was the Ketzenberger. It was, I'm assuming, named after Jolene Ketzenberg.
Makes sense.
But it was like a burger that was like beef, pork, seafood all together. But it was at Smoking Goose, not.
It was at Goose the Market.
It was at Goose the Market, not at
I went to
Smoking
Smoking Goose
yeah.
and they're like, wrong place. And I was like, well, I'll buy other stuff. It's
You're not from around here.
That says a lot about your store, that when people go to the wrong place, they still buy something when they get there. Like,
oh, dude, I bought bacon. She gave me a little salami taste. It was nice.
Oh yeah, you made bacon jam out of it?
Oh yeah, I made some bacon jam out of their bacon bits out of the freezer section. Great deal. And it makes a really good bacon jam spread. Pretty nice.
Yeah, their bacon jam is great.
Yeah.
Well, this was what he made.
I made the jam out of it.
But
their bacon jam.
But theirs is better.
Yeah, theirs is better.
Definitely. Yeah. Good.
So we did a special Simpsons menu for you today. Now, I feel like everyone of a certain age is a fan of 90s Simpsons.
Oh yeah. I grew up with the Simpsons.
That's our like I forget sometimes that The Simpsons is still on. Like, I probably haven't watched in the last 15 years.
Is it still good? Is it still fun?
I have no idea. I don't watch.
Last time I got back into it, it was just like they're just in an alternate dimension of funny. Like the stuff that they're doing just doesn't make any sense to me. So I guess I'm missing out. I feel like I've lost
Feels
track.
like you're on TikTok watching stuff. You don't understand the words anymore.
Because I'm old now, I guess, or something. I don't know. But when they dropped The Simpsons on FX for 7 days straight, I had it on the entire time. I had it on.
Here's the thing that everyone kind of forgets how bad that first season was, or not bad, but just rough. Like they had it like back when Homer still talked like Walter Matthau. It was like, "Hey boy, I'm Homer Simpson." And, like Smithers is black.
Smithers is black.
And like everyone's like real boxy looking and weird. But then around like season 2, it picks up and it's like 2 to 8 or something like that. It's just there's some seasons where it's like there's not an episode that misses. Like it's like banger after banger after banger. Everything's the most quotable. So this was actually kind of difficult because complete honesty, I could do 5 of these.
Yeah.
And not repurpose something.
I think you could do more.
Because I think there's so many. There's the big ones where everyone kind of knows about it. Like we're talking about like a Flaming Moe, it's just
that's the thing. Like there was a lot of things that were iconic in my mind, but maybe nobody else, whatever, had remembered the line. And then you bring it up and there was like 5 other things.
Yeah.
Would have been.
Yeah. Like when you guys brought out that drink, I was like, how's this match up? And then you said the line. I saw it when you said the line with Apu and all that. I could see the interaction. So it was like, it's one of those I agree. Like
But then when you said Flaming Mo, it was like, how did I not think about that? That's like the most famous drink reference in it.
Which was lean, right? Didn't they just invent lean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then
The Simpsons?
you could buy Duff beer like they sell Duff beer, like the cans and stuff now too. Like Doof. I'm Duff Man. Like that guy's the weirdest character. There's so many.
Talk about your first course there, sauce balls.
So I did the classic glazed, the Lard Lads pink glazed yeast donut with rainbow jimmies. I made my own donut dough this time. That was the first time I've ever done that and not made it from like biscuit dough. Fried them up and then glazed them while they were still warm. And and I guess a jimmy is a long sprinkle.
Yeah.
I didn't know that before.
It's like a New England thing. East Coast jimmies, man. Like all my family on the East Coast are like, oh, make sure there's jimmies. And when I was a kid, I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And like they explained it's sprinkles.
Yeah.
But they didn't explain that they were longer.
Go to Ryan's Steakhouse and get some ice cream, hit it with a bunch of jimmies.
Yeah, to me, jimmies are condoms. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Because you are a 90s hip hopper.
And they're longer for you. That's
I get that.
they're not. Yeah.
I was gonna say I took a Jimmy this morning, a long sprinkle.
What?
Hit that you're fired button.
oh man, is that from The Princess Bride?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So we had the Skittle Brew. Now the Skittle Brew is obviously a joke drink, but
Boy, did it look gross.
It went from looking so cool, like when you were pouring it over the Skittles, that looked cool, and then like 90 seconds later,
It looked
just
kind of
black.
blackish.
It looked like little alien eggs in a black lagoon.
Did it taste good at all?
It tastes. I'm not a big sweet in that. Once you liquefied all the sugar outside, it became real sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
okay.
it that first couple sips was pretty
All
good.
right.
But a lot of people at the table liked it. And what type of beer did you use?
Oh, we used Upland.
Two
Upland,
tarts.
Two tarts.
Two of tarts.
Got it.
When one tarts isn't enough.
Upland.
It's in a can.
The retards.
I came real close to messing up that.
2 tarts, retards. We got it.
And so my first dish was the Clav Kalash, which is from the episode where Homer goes to New York and he buys food off of a street vendor, and it's like the most unappetizing ball of something. It looks like a tumbleweed on a stick. And then he eats it, and then he's like, ugh. And it's a big joke where like he takes a bite and he's like, oh, this is disgusting. And then like the next thing he's like licking the spoon, the stick clean. And then he's like, yeah. He's like, I need something to wash the taste out of my mouth. He's like, you got anything to drink in there? He's like, yes, I have crab juice or Mountain Dew. And he's like, ugh, I'll take a Mountain Dew. Or damn it, I'll take a crab juice. I ruined it. And then he drinks 15 crab juices. So I just thought it was really funny, that whole thing, because I looked it up and I was like, oh, is this like a dish that I could recreate? And it's like, it was just a made up thing to look and sound gross. So
was that episode like Lisa wanted to go to New York for a museum or something?
I forget what the reason for them going to New York was, but like,
and he got booted and he had to stick by the car, or else they would take it.
Yeah, okay. That's like one of my favorite lines is like Margie's like says something about New York. She's like, or like somebody said something about going to New York City, and she was like, yeah, there's all those pimps and chuds. And she was like, yeah, every time we hear about New York, you're just worried about the pimps and the chuds.
What are chuds?
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Obviously.
God, when's the last time you guys saw that movie?
You know who's in that movie for a split second? John Goodman plays a cop in that movie.
Oh wait, really?
Oh yeah.
All right.
So I did it with basically it made a crab ball on a stick, The other part of the thing is Homer orders it in a bowl, and the guy yells at him immediately, "Stick only." So it had to be served with a stick. And then I did a Mountain Dew jelly and a crab juice aioli, which Thad came back for aioli. So the crab juice,
I came for the table.
yeah,
Yeah, the aioli was really good.
I
It was
was
all
wa-
good, but the aioli was pretty tasty.
Was that just crab juice and mayonnaise mixed together, or did you season it?
I seasoned it up right, obviously.
Yeah, because everybody wanted seconds on the mayonnaise.
How did the Mountain Dew jelly go over? Because I ate some and I was like, it's Mountain Dew jelly. I mean, it was
odd.
promised.
It was odd with a crab cake.
Yeah.
But it was just weirdly, because in my mind we were talking. It was like, this is what would be the equivalent for mint jelly and lamb for Mountain Dew jelly and what?
Yeah.
Like it, but it
Beef jerky.
it kind of worked, man.
Jack
It
links.
was very. I was very hesitant for Mountain Dew jelly and crab cakes.
Right. It did kind of cleanse the palate a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And then you went back into.
Then you went back, yeah.
Yeah.
I
would
did.
like
I did
to
eat
try
a big piece of Jello at the end to
cleanse the.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to try just straight up crab juice once if we can.
Yeah, you just open a can and
Yeah.
drink.
I will say this:
Squeeze
there's
it out.
very little of it in a can.
I've had lobster juice, but never crab juice.
Yeah, my first thought was to make like a shot, some sort of shooter with the crab juice, and then I was just like, let's make it a little bit more palatable. And then the next course was, of course, the I would think probably one of the most famous Simpsons related food things, which is, of course, steamed hams.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the steamed hams bit from The Simpsons, stop this recording right now and just watch it on YouTube. It's hilarious. Principal Skinner, but basically steamed hams is what Principal Skinner is trying to pass off for Krusty Burgers that he got from Krusty Burgers next door. So I try to recreate it as exact as it was on the show, which is served with tomato, pickle, secret sauce, burger on a bun. And then made it with French fries, and we put the logo on it. And I tried to present it because he brought it out on a metal, like a fancy metal tray too. So I tried to recreate it as faithfully as possible. And at the end of the day, it was burgers and fries. But I feel like that's never
No, it was great.
it's never a bad thing.
It was a solid crusty burger and fries. Very good.
Absolutely. I think everybody enjoyed that. And who did the graphics for that? Because it looked like it was like in a Krusty the Krab Happy Meal.
Zach made that.
Yeah. I mean, I printed a picture and Dyke cut it out. So it was really a team effort.
I think technically Matt Groening did the artwork on that one.
Yeah, if that's who you're looking for.
But it's like
he's
the
really
little,
talented. Like he's going somewhere.
But that's the thing. It's like the little attention to the details that just makes it that much more fun, that much more enjoyable, and somehow it tastes better when you have the little attention to the details.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crusty thing really, it made me smile. It made me enjoy.
The picture?
It. Yeah,
You
the picture. The little crusty
that's what I'm
thing.
saying.
Yeah, it was like, ooh, yeah, little pepper.
So far, mayonnaise, picture. You did great.
Wait, isn't
Best
aioli
parts
made out of
of
mayonnaise?
An aioli is like a fancy.
You guys want to
mayonnaise.
laugh, you doggone chefs. But I've been studying, and aioli uses mayonnaise.
Yeah, it is.
Am I right?
It is mayonnaise based.
It is a
And that's what you used,
Yeah.
not Miracle Whip
Nope.
Cool Whip.
or Cool Whip, which are two different things. You almost got me there.
You just had to let you go long enough.
Nope.
I would make some Cool Whip aioli.
some garlic Cool Whip.
But like everybody again wanted more whip, and I was like, this was gonna be for me, but I just did the whole bowl for everybody, and then everybody looked relieved.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Relieved.
thank God, you brought more mayonnaise to the table.
Well, these chefs.
I love that you think that we're making fun of you liking the aioli.
No,
we're
'cause
we're
you
making fun of that out of the meal. What stood out to you was the picture that got printed off and the aioli.
No, the aioli is what pissed me off. You chefs think it's so cool. Like, let's just do a little smear, and I'm gonna look like a James Beard awarded guy. A spoon and a smear.
Guilty
No one
as
likes a
charged.
spoon and a smear with their sauces. We want a lot of sauce. We're Americans, some of us, and we like the dips. All right.
Were you signaling someone out of not being American?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
were some of us.
Well, look around. You guys know.
Anyone looking foreign in
The
here?
usual suspects.
I mean, Zach could be from anywhere. If you told me
I
Zach was
mean-
from Timbuktu, I'd be like, I don't know where that is. And
Zach
probably,
looks a little bit foreign. Gomez, that seems a little bit foreign. And
I mean, it is.
Dyke, we don't even. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm first.
We're all foreign here.
I'm first generation American right here.
You know what? Small detail I realized while looking up all this Simpson stuff is that I am older and fatter than Homer Simpson is.
Wait, you looked up his weight? They have his weights on there?
Well,
What's he weigh?
What is his
the
weight?
the age was let's just say I'm more than whatever it was. You can look it up on here. It was a range, and I'm higher than the range.
What was it, a range? Like,
Yeah, what's the range of Homer Simpson's weight?
has he fluctuated?
Supersize Homer.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Oh, all right, yeah, that doesn't count. He is
Oh, you're right. There are arcs where he gets bigger.
super
than he-
fat.
Yeah.
Well,
and
no,
there probably are
So
ones where
fat
he
to
gets
stop
thin.
a leak of deadly gases.
That's right. The
Yeah.
Moo Moo
Wow.
episode.
Moo moo.
Yeah.
And the little duck, the shrinking
Yep.
bird or whatever.
But what's crazy is when The Simpsons first started, I was the same age as Bart, and now I'm older than Homer. And that's how time works. I get it. But man, it, like when you talk about like watching the episode and not knowing on what's going on now, I'm just like, yeah, because Homer's not even the Homer that we grew up with now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
That's the cool thing about The Simpsons is
I get older, they stay the same.
Oh my god.
All right. And then obviously the big winner of the day, the showstopper,
Oh, yeah.
was the dessert, hands down.
I did a Bart Crispy treat. So there's an episode where Bart skips school and he goes to attend, like he sneaks into some elite's party, and they've got all sorts of different platters of different food, and there's a giant Rice Krispie treat, and he takes a big bite out of it and says, "The rich sure know how to live." And so I took my inspiration from that. I did a gigantic Rice Krispie treat. I did it 5 different layers. There was regular Rice Krispies, Cocoa Krispies. There was like the Fruity Pebbles. There was a layer of Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs, and then some chocolate chip and Rice Krispie treat.
Insane. It was insane dessert. Like that that harkens back to when you set the table on fire with all the s'mores on it, as far as like, this is big. Here's a big fuck you for dessert. How about that? How about this?
There's a lot.
The room was quiet for a good second, and then all the let's get a photo of that. Like it was really pretty.
Well, there was enough that he gave
my God.
a full kilo to everyone to
exactly.
take home.
We're all drug dealers leaving here with our big packs of wrapped.
As funny as that was, and as good as that was, I think we got to sell that at like Halloween Fest. I think we got to.
How long did it take though? A while to make.
It didn't take that. I mean, because it's just like you had to do it in 5 different batches, but each batch was just melting marshmallows and stirring in Rice Krispies. So like 5 to 10 minutes each round. So I'd say the entire thing took me an hour.
Okay.
It probably took longer to like so I took a cardboard box and I buttered all of this wax paper and lined the inside of it. It probably took more time to line the box than anything.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's brilliant.
Oh yeah, the other like when he brought it over and it was in a diaper box, and I was just walking in the kitchen and there's just like an upside down greasy diaper box. He's like, we should probably get rid of this before people come over.
I'm glad I didn't see that.
It was the only appropriate shaped box. It was the perfect box, the perfect shape.
And that's how he's going to do it. from now
You know,
on.
diapers come clean in the box, right? That's how
Nope,
diapers
these
work.
didn't. This was a dirty diaper. I got them used.
It's a special order for pheromone studies.
Yep. I didn't match with any of the babies.
Yeah, listen,
It's
Dyke.
crazy.
Like I might be dumb, but I am not no baby. Wait, I said that wrong.
Nope.
I'm actually upset. Anyway, I might be a baby, but I'm not. Wait. Anyways,
I don't know where you're going.
I don't know either at this point. I'm just saying, yeah, I know that.
Was there anything that you would have liked to see that you didn't?
From Simpsons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, where to begin? I really thought we were gonna have a three-eyed fish at some sort of three-eyed fish.
Oh,
Yeah,
because of the
like,
plant.
Yeah, the three-eyed fish dish. Like either like molded that with your Rice Krispies. I saw the dessert. I couldn't really see what was going on because it's covered. But sorry, my chair is cranky.
Yeah.
But the three-eyed fish is the first thing I thought of.
Oh, that's smart.
And like the tofu dogs with the beetles.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of gross foods on The Simpsons.
It's always gross. The flaming chili cook-off.
Yeah.
The multicolored chili.
I thought about doing that, but it was just like we've done the hot,
Yeah.
and it just becomes like
I love the menu as it is.
unedible. It's like we get Thad to burn his mouth and have a bad time, and then after that, it's not funny anymore.
the
I don't think it's ever.
the menu
It was
you guys
funny
pulled
every time.
is,
It would be funny again.
is like unique parts of Simpsons where like I might not have clicked until you started saying the lines from the show.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it transported me to that episode. Like, and I
Really?
could see the guy in the cart with Homer in the middle of that, like the outdoor area of a building or whatever where he was parked and booted. And he's just sitting there and can't leave his car for some reason or another. Why? I don't know why he can't leave his car. Oh, the guy's coming to unboot it? It was something. And like he kept missing him or something. Something, right?
Yeah. No, you're right.
But it was a lot of fun getting like, oh, this dish is from here, and then all of a sudden your childhood is like, you know, the lock is being unlocked. And you
Yeah.
can see it.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
One I kind of wanted to do was there's a scene where Bart puts a marshmallow in his hot chocolate and it inflates all the way.
Oh.
And then he dumps it out sadly and then like slices it.
It like comes
it
out like dog
gelatinizes-
food.
Yeah,
like,
it
it's
comes
like
out like
plunk, like
and then like Grandpa looks at him, he's like, "Give me the slice of that." Like I kind of like it looks really tasty. I want to recreate that. but-
That's actually brilliant. I like that a lot, especially if you served it in a mug.
Yeah, and then
people
you
had to do it like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, I think we could do a Simpsons 2 sometime, some year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think I you could make it once a year Simpsons like food menu, and you would not get. It'd take forever to come up with the ideas. To stop coming up with the ideas.
Ooh, or a Simpson like food fest
Ooh,
where you.
that's actually pretty funny.
Make a giant gummy Venus de Milo.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
Homer Badman.
We need more food competitions.
Yeah.
An isotope dog.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Isotope dog.
These are all condiments you'd get in. Where
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
What's the one where Homer like he uses the monkey paw like the last one to make a sandwich or something like that, and he's like, I don't want it to be like a spooky sandwich. He's like, I don't want it cursed or anything. I just want a delicious sandwich. And then the sandwich comes and it like doesn't have or it has mayo on it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the mayo. He's like, mayo. Ugh.
It was the one where he if he didn't finish the donut, he gets to keep his soul.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of cursed food in
There is. The Frogurt is also cursed.
Yeah, you could just do a cursed Simpsons
Cursed
food.
Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
Like around
Cursed
Halloween.
food, yeah.
Well, you need a soft serve ice cream machine to make Frogurt. Trust me, I've thought about it this week. I was like, oh, there's one at work. Can I borrow that somehow? And make also, I've never heard it called Frogurt in real life. I always heard it called Froyo, right?
Always Froyo.
Always.
Always. Frogurt is like their way of getting out. Someone must have owned Froyo or
yeah.
something.
So you
There's
can't
no
use- yeah.
way that Frogurt is gross.
Yeah.
Go-gurt is gross.
Gogurt.
Any gurt is gross without a yo in it.
I would
Throat gurt.
Frogurt.
Oh my god.
How did you make it so much worse? There was. I feel like John Hamm invented Go-Gurt, like in like one of those like the Madison
Mad
Madman that he's like, You're in a hurry, but you need this yogurt.
Just smoking
Picture
a
this.
cigarette,
Yeah.
just like on the move.
You got your skateboard in one hand, a Go-Gurt in the other.
Mad Magazine.
You just thrashed the half pipe. That was like one of my favorite SNL parody sketches. It was just like coleslaw, basically. It was like extreme coleslaw. Do you remember that one? and it was
and they were eating it like
it was like Jimmy Fallon, and they're like
Was
doing
Will
a half
Ferrell in
pipe.
it?
Yeah,
Like-
they're just eating coleslaw.
totally awesome, bro.
That'd make you sick.
It was like everything doesn't need to be extreme.
Man, yeah.
I really enjoyed John Hamm in the Pop-Tart Jerry Seinfeld movie. Did
It
you?
was one of the highlights.
It was. I liked the movie. It was
liked
dumb.
it?
It was just a dumb, like a bunch of comedians that I liked. It was. Just
if that would have come out when I was 11, it would have been a real banger,
Yeah.
an absolute banger.
Did you hear Tim Dillon talk about it all? Anybody listen to this guy?
I did.
Dude, he just made some really good points. He's like, why is this billionaire making a movie about Pop-Tarts? You got $1 billion. It was just funny.
I think that's the joke. It's just like he's Jerry Seinfeld, and he could just call all his. Hey, you want to be in a movie? What's it about? Does it matter?
No, that was the whole bit.
yeah.
He was like, no one's gonna say no. It's like, he goes just for a second. He goes, think about anything. Think about anything in the world that you might want to make a movie about, and it's gonna be better than Pop-Tarts.
I really enjoyed Bill Burr in that doing JFK.
JFK
Yeah.
looked, yeah.
I thought the Mentos twins are here. Are they in the outfits?
Double mint.
Oh,
twins.
whatever. The Double Mint twins.
Mentos.
Oh, whatever. It's a weird candy that doesn't exist anymore.
Is that when Double Mint came out?
Double
During-
Mint gum. They always had twins.
Yeah, it's the flavor
Totally
of a
messed it
great
up.
mint with double mint. Gum.
But that was in the 60s?
yeah, you double your pleasure.
Yeah,
you
they're-
double
I
your
always thought
fun.
the Double the Pleasure was in my childhood.
It continued on.
They kept that
They kept it
it's
going.
the pleasure that keeps lasting.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
Two hot twins, double
They
mint
keep getting
gum.
new twins.
Yeah,
There wasn't the same twins as in the 60s.
twins haven't stopped happening.
Is that when the obsession with twins came on? Like
It goes through
What-
to
Are
today.
you talking about
twins,
that?
Basil, twins.
The twins got hotter.
Yeah,
over time.
every decade they got hotter.
Oh, really?
Would it be better if they just kept the original twins? Because they just progressively became geriatric.
They did a throwback, like if they did a throwback episode where it was the originals.
They're on walkers.
I'm the original
Double
twin.
mint gum.
Or there's only one of them, and she's like, Bernice died 5 years ago.
Bernice, holy shit.
But I've still got her teeth, so I'm still chewing the gum.
I'm chewing the same stick since she died. That's sad. We don't need to do twin deaths on here. That's our
Only
thing.
one of them died.
I think adult twins are creepy. I think if you're
You don't think young children twins are normal? You think they're like
I
those
mean,
are the creepiest.
look,
the twin kids just
when
holding
you're
their hand.
when you're an identical twin kid, you just get shuffled around into whatever your parents are buying you the same clothes. Like it's
You mean twins that dress the same still? Is that what you're saying?
I know. I'm saying if you have an identical twin as an adult, I think by the time you're 18, one of you should die. I think by the time
this is Highlander. There can
Yeah.
only be one.
yeah.
Like
It's cute when you're a kid, but as an adult, grow up. One of you has to go.
so you're gonna have the
Calm
twin.
down, George Bush.
You're gonna have the twin Hunger Games. Is
Yeah.
that what you want?
Yeah.
It's like
only
one.
identical, like fraternal twins are fine.
What if
But,
that
like,
solved all the problems? What if that was it?
Like for the world.
Yeah, the world.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the linchpin. Everything else
Yeah.
falls into place.
twin
Too
purge.
many twins.
Twin purge. Yeah, have a twin purge.
Twinderdome.
Twitter down.
Twinder Dome. Oh, that's it. That's
Two
so
twins
good.
into
One twin leaves. Who run Twin Town? Master Blaster. God, I'm rewatching that. That's on streamer right now. I might watch that.
You're not gonna beat that. Drop a beat. Well, the new one's coming out. That's
I
what-
know. Oh yeah.
Weekend.
Can't wait.
On my birthday. Did we hit all the plugs? Camp is coming up. Adult summer camp. We're going back to it. Brought to you by Upland Brewery and Culinary Crossroads. Tickets are on sale now at eventbrite.com. Michael Gomez, please tell people where people can find you and follow you and book you on social media.
So you can follow us on Gomez Barbecue on Instagram. That's BBQ. And you can find us on the website, gomezbbq.com. We do the Carmel Farmers Market. We'll be doing the Westfield Farmers Market. We will be doing 4 spots at the Indiana State House, Farmers Market. And then we do events, catering, pop-ups, fun dinners. You guys will be at the World Food Championships in November.
Woo! And you can have food delivered to your house with Market Wagon,
Yeah,
right?
you could order us through Market Wagon.
Or you go pick it up.
Yeah, I drop it off and then it gets delivered to your door. It's
What?
the farmer's market to your door.
Nice.
So we'll be updating the menu for that for Thursdays.
Thaddaeus Jake.
Hey, you can find me at the World Food Championship on eating Gomez's food. Wait, how much are tickets?
I'm sure
I might be there.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure we could talk to some people and get. You guys should have a booth there.
Yeah, at Thad Mckee, Instagram, baby.
Zach Rowe.
Yeah, and definitely check out our Patreon if you like this. Every week we come out with another After Brunch episode. It's only $3 a month. Patreon.com/Harder Brunch.
And video production was done by the wonderful Off Mic All episode Gwen Sungle. Where can people find you and follow you on social media, Gwen?
At GwenderWoman_ on all social medias.
Check out her special. She's funny.
Yeah, my
Album a
Debuted at
two-person
#1.
job, #1 on the iTunes charts. I'm Dyke Michaels across all social media. Thank you guys so much for listening. And you know what? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.